Well, last year, certain roads in the Northern Territory were turned over to a high-speed race called the Cannonball Run, and we all know now that a crash claimed the lives of 4 people. But there is also speculation that another race may be on the drawing board. The winner of the first race, Conrad, joins us this morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Do you have any further reports? Have you been invited to take part in what is understood to be another Cannonball Run?
Well, I was offered after the end of the first Cannonball Run that I would get pole position and a free entry into the next one. So I'm excited about the prospect.
But you've not heard any more other than press reports like the rest of us?
No, only press reports.
Now, based on that last race, there's still some unfinished business regarding you, is there not?
Well, there is. I haven't received the prize money as yet, or I received $2,500 of the alleged $150,000 in total prize money.
So, is there an explanation for that?
Not a satisfactory one. I spoke to Mr. Moffat, who organised the event, as you know, and asked him what happened about the prize money, and he said he didn't make as much as he would have liked, and that was all that was forthcoming.
So you've been paid $2,500?
That's right.
And as I understand it, it was a hefty price to enter.
$7,500 entry fee, and there's about 150 competitors.
Mm-hmm. And it cost you quite a lot of money.
Well, I had to
pay,
I had to prepare the car, of course. I had to get myself there and my co-driver, transport the vehicle to and from, additional for fuel and extra accommodation, so it was quite an expensive thing.
So where are you taking the matter?
I'm taking the matter to court.
Right. You're going to seek damages in court.
That's right.
In the meantime, this race has come under a lot of varied criticism. Do you think it's a good race to have?
I do. I enjoyed myself. It was a pity, it was a tragedy about that accident, but it was an accident. I think the hospitality of the people, the countryside, the event was a great thing in principle, and I think it should be run again.
Do you think that the road should be closed to the public because it wasn't the first time round?
Yes, I think this time the road should be closed to the public. I agree with that, and I think it wouldn't be difficult. There are not many travellers on the road. The roads are in good condition. It's ideal for this sort of event, and I think it should be closed, yes. Because
a lot of people saw this as basically an elitist race, a chance for people with a lot of money in a big car to go sort of burning along public roads.
Well, it was. I mean, when I heard about the event, I thought it was ideal for me and my car. It's designed for such a thing, and it was a chance to enjoy the countryside and participate in a great event. So you'd be very happy about participating in another run, even though you haven't received your prize money from the last one? Well, I would like to participate again. I don't know if I would if Mr. Moffat was organising it, but I enjoyed the event and I would like to do it again, yes. And
the fatalities, did that not cause any of the drivers to rethink whether or not they would want to participate in a race like this? Or were there aspects to that race which should be changed to try and avoid those situations? Well,
we were on a high up at that point and we're really enjoying ourselves. And of course, when that happened, we had a driver's briefing and a meeting and decided then and there, I mean, we were over 1,500 kilometres away from our start point, so we had to get back. We decided that it would be prudent to continue the event. There were some restrictions placed on us after that. But it was an accident, and that's all I can put it down to. Is there any way of avoiding those sorts of things, though? Because we're talking about speed, aren't we? Well, perhaps with hindsight, I'd like to see each competitor to do a high-speed performance test or an advanced driver training course, as I did. I mean, we don't get the chance to drive at those speeds in other states or in Sydney. So I did a few courses to enable me to get familiar with my car, with my co-driver. I've done a bit of amateur racing and rallying, which helped prepare me for the event. So you think they're the basics, at least, that should take place for a race like this? I think so, yes. And do you anticipate that if another run was to come about, that we would see drivers from right around the world? I think so. It's attracted a lot of publicity, some of it adverse, but I think the concept is good, and it's the only place in the world that I know of where there are unlimited speed limits, and it's got great roads, and the people are hospitable and would enjoy such an event. It brings tourism to the Northern Territory, which they need. And I think it's a good concept. It was a unique race, I guess, in the world. It's the first legal cannonball in the world. There's been some illegal ones in the US and also here in Australia, but this is the inaugural legal cannonball. Well, so as far as you're personally concerned, if the organisation can be sorted out, you'd front up again? I would. Well, we'll wait and see if it does happen. Conrad, thank you for joining us. Thank you.
Cannonball runner Conrad. Now, it's the Today Show you're watching, and we'll be back with more after this.